What is up, YouTube? And today we're just going to be talking about Dragon Bride Senya, mostly because her banner does end in 3 days, and we'll be starting this new banner which features 4 ML 5 stars. But for now, we have the new unit Dragon Bride Senya still running, and let me just say that this unit is pretty insane. So even looking at her before she released from the previews and teasers, everyone knew that she would be very strong, but she is one of the most I think she is probably the best unit for PvP right now, and she's highly contested in RTA, first picked or banned every single game, and in Guild Wars offense she's amazing. And the biggest reason is because she has a ton of health. You'll see from her S2 passive she gets 10% extra max health after all of your gear and stuff like that, which is insane. She also has an imprint for health here, and it's very good because we actually have the recently released artifact for knights called 3F, which makes it so that your attacks just do extra damage based on your health. So she's a knight that's super tanky with a ton of health that actually also does a ton of damage. She's also very good because not only does she do a ton of damage, but she can protect a unit in the back row. So you'll see when the ally in the back row, except for herself, is hit to 50% or less, you'll basically full cleanse yourself and also that back row unit and activate Bridal Prayer. Bridal Prayer gives a barrier to Senya and the ally in the back row for 2 turns that scales with her max HP, which is going to be a huge barrier. Like, that barrier can be up to 10k almost. It's pretty insane. You also get Oath of Punishment, which makes it so that you cannot be affected by debuffs and harmful effects, so injuries don't work. Also, CC doesn't work, which is insane. And you also see that when you attack, you will actually do 2500 fixed damage, and that's pretty crazy because her S3, if you have Oath of Punishment, it turns AoE first of all, which is crazy, and basically it will CR push herself, CR push the back row ally, penetrate fully defense, and scale with max HP. And yeah, pretty crazy unit. You just do a ton of AoE damage, you have a ton of bulkiness, you can protect the unit as well pretty well, with a cleanse, with a barrier, and also with a CR push. And yeah, you also penetrate defense, and you don't need to crit, so you just stack literally full health, and that's pretty much all you need. And also we have her S1, which also scales with health and gives her a speed buff, so it makes it so you can cycle faster to actually get your Oath of Punishment or your S2 back off cooldown, which is only a 3-turn cooldown, which is pretty insane. So yeah, pretty insane unit. She's picked all the time. I don't want to say her kit is just super broken from face value. I think she's very strong because we have units like Chinua, Blood Moon Haste also, who just want to be focused down but also kind of CC'd. So yeah, very, very good in that sense. If you play Dragon Bride Senya and Blood Moon Haste, you kind of run into the dilemma where do you want to hit the Blood Moon Haste in the back line and then trigger this passive where Dragon Bride Senya wipes you, or do you want to kill a different unit and then Blood Moon Haste activates his passive and wipes you. So Dragon Bride Senya and Blood Moon Haste, who's actually running on the next banner, just very good buddies. They've synergized extremely well together in an RTA. If you get both of them, you're at a very, very significant advantage. So yeah, I think this unit definitely is super, super strong. Currently, I think she has a kit that will always be good because as long as there's a super strong damage dealer, such as Janua or Blood Moon Haste, that benefits from either getting focused down or actually having an ally die, then I think this passive will be extremely powerful. Only really counter to her is injury, but even then, she has so much health it doesn't really matter most of the time, and there's not really a lot of good injury units right now besides ML Shu, so it's pretty hard to actually deal with her. I think if you guys actually can afford to pity her, even though we only have 3 days left, she's definitely a unit you want to go for. She's extremely powerful in PvP. If not though, it's fine. You can always pull on the next banner. We have Blood Moon Haste, who's also going to be extremely powerful. One of the best units, probably tied with ML Senya for RTA right now, and very, very powerful. But if you do want to play more so for Guild Wars offense, I think Dragon Bride Senya is better than Blood Moon Haste in that sense. So overall as a unit, I think Dragon Bride Senya is just a better unit because you can use her in RTA and Guild Wars offense, right? Blood Moon Haste, okay in Guild Wars, but he really relies on an ally dying, and you don't really want allies to die in Guild Wars. So for the most part, if you do decide to pull or are deciding to either pull on this banner or the next banner, you're kind of wondering which is better, I think Dragon Bride Senya is definitely going to be the better unit to go for. I just wanted to make this video to kind of let you guys know what I think about Dragon Bride Senya. Pretty easy to build, super strong, just one of the best PvP units in the game right now. And let me in the comments down below what you guys think about this unit as well.